Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to do a cricket video to finish out the day, and this one is from Cricket Stories, and it's just how great was Jacques Kallis, I think is how you say it, but a South African cricket player who is supposed to be widely regarded as one of the greatest of all time. And I think he did both sides of the ball. I think he was a medium bowler, which we haven't really seen. And then he was also supposed to be a really good batter. But I'm sure they'll cover it in this video, and I will link it in the description along with links to Patreon and how you can support the channel here on YouTube. But let's go ahead and get into it.
Cricket has seen many greats, players whose names echo through the ages. Bradman, Sobers, Tendulkar. But among these titans,
Well, I knew one of
man
those.
stands tall as a symbol of resilience, excellence, and unrelenting dedication. Jacques Kallis, the South African maestro, a man whose game transcended boundaries and whose achievements
He's a
remain
coach now,
unparalleled.
too.
So today, we dive deep into his remarkable career to answer one simple question. Just how good was Jacques Kallis?
Jump.
Few cricketers have mastered the art of the game in all its dimensions. Fewer still have done so with the calm composure and sheer dominance of Kallis. He wasn't just a player, he was a phenomena, a once-in-a-generation all-rounder who redefined what it meant to be complete. Born on October 16, 1975 in Cape Town, Jacques Kallis showed promise from an early age.
We have the same birth
But
month.
talent alone wasn't enough for him. For young Kallis, cricket was a relentless pursuit of perfection. While others played for fun, he worked. While others rested, he practiced. His early coaches
That's how the
marveled
good
at
ones
his
do it.
dedication. Long after training sessions ended, Kallis stayed behind, perfecting his drives, honing his defense, and practicing his shots. He wasn't just talented, he was determined to perfect every aspect of the game.
You get kids at school who are highly talented who don't have to work that hard because of their talent. And you get other kids who don't quite have the talent and they've really got to work hard to try and just keep up with the talented guys. And here you've got Jacques Kallis, who's both.
His test debut came in December 1995 against England at Durban. But greatness doesn't come easy. Expectations were high, but the results were underwhelming. In his first few matches, Kallis struggled with the bat. His average after 5 matches? A mere 8.
It seems like a lot of these really good ones struggle in the beginning, and then they're great.
As they say, is forged in fire. Kallis did not let the failures define him. He worked harder, analyzed every aspect of his game, and bided his time. The breakthrough arrived in 1997. A gritty 61 against Pakistan hinted at what was to come. But the defining moment arrived 2 matches later on one of cricket's biggest stages. The Boxing Day test at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Facing the legendary Glenn McGrath and the wizardry of Shane Warne, Kallis, just 22 years old, stood tall. For over 350 minutes, he defied Australia's relentless bowling and their infamous sledging. As wickets fell around him, Kallis held the fort, crafting a brilliant maiden century, one of resilience, determination, and skill. And it saved the match for South Africa. Even the great Shane Warne admitted, "That's the best 100 I've seen from such a young batsman." It was in that moment that the cricketing world realized
That'd
they
be a
were
big
witnessing the
compliment.
rise of a legend.
Coming from
Kallis'
Shane.
brilliance wasn't confined to the longest format. In the 1999 ICC Knockout Trophy, Kallis showcased his unmatched versatility. In the semi-final against Sri Lanka, he carried South Africa on his shoulders, scoring a brilliant unbeaten 113. Then, in the final against the West Indies, he delivered a devastating 5-wicket haul, leading South Africa to their only ICC tournament win to date. And for his performances, he was declared the player of the tournament. As the years rolled on, Kallis transformed into South Africa's cornerstone. His contributions weren't confined to batting alone. With the ball, he was equally lethal. By 2001, Kallis had risen to the pinnacle of the ICC rankings, becoming the world's #1 Test and ODI all-rounder, a position he would dominate for years. Jacques Kallis was often hailed as the modern-day Sir Garfield Sobers. Remarkably, Kallis stands as the only Test cricketer since the legendary Sobers to achieve the extraordinary milestone of scoring over 6,000 runs
I need to
and
look at
taking more than
Sobers.
200 wickets
Drop
in the
his
longest
name in the
format.
comments so I would remember.
What set Kallis apart wasn't just his numbers, it was how he achieved them. His batting was poetry in motion. The cover drive, timed to perfection. The flick of the hips, effortless yet commanding. At least 5 South African coaches had called him the rock of the team. They built their innings around him, relying on his unshakable technique and outstanding discipline. Kallis's hard work and relentless dedication to his craft were evident in his ability to adapt to any situation, whether it was countering the fiercest bowlers or grinding out runs in challenging conditions. But it wasn't just his skill, but his determination that made him a player every opponent feared and every team dreamed of having.
Jacques was the best all-rounder. Amazing character, amazing player.
Even with the ball, Kallis was a master. He wasn't the fastest bowler, but his ability to hit consistent lengths made him a reliable wicket taker, while his sharp bouncers often unsettled even the best batsmen. Saurav Ganguly, one of India's finest, admitted Kallis was the most effective player in Test cricket, ahead of Sachin, Raeford or Ponting.
Wow.
The true measure of a player is how they perform under pressure. For Jacques Kallis, it was during a Test match against India in Cape Town 2011 that he etched his name into cricketing folklore. Battling through an injury, Kallis faced Harbhajan Singh, who was spinning the ball with ferocious pace and bounce. It was a tough pitch, but Kallis, ever the master of adaptation, unveiled a weapon rarely seen in his arsenal, the reverse sweep. With ice in his veins, he executed it not once, not twice, but 10 times. Against all odds, with his team's hopes resting on his broad shoulders, Kallis conjured not one, but 2 magnificent centuries in the same match, saving South Africa from defeat. Now,
Sounds like
if we
he
talk
was
about his
that
stats,
team
Jacques
for
Kallis
a
is the
time
only
period.
cricketer in history to retire with over 20,000 international runs, 500 wickets, and 300 catches. In Tests, he scored 13,289 runs with 45 centuries and an exceptional average of 55.37, while in ODIs, he tallied
Wow.
11,579 runs, including 17 centuries. With the ball, he was equally impactful, taking 292 Test wickets at an average of 32.65 and 273 ODI wickets at an economy of 4.83. His away record was outstanding, with 5,919 Test runs at an average of 53.80 and 27 centuries across formats in foreign conditions. Additionally, he claimed 23 Man of the Match awards in Tests, the most in history, proving his unmatched ability to win games single-handedly. In 2013, Jacques Kallis bid farewell to Test cricket, but he went out in style, scoring a majestic century in his final Test against India.
For me, Jacques is certainly the best all-rounder that I've ever come across, whether it's playing against or playing with.
Jacques Kallis was the backbone of South African cricket, a player whose unmatched consistency and all-round brilliance defined an era. Whether rescuing his team with his stoic batting, breaking partnerships with his disciplined bowling, or pulling off stunning catches, Kallis was the ultimate match winner. So guys, that's it for today's video. But wait, don't go anywhere.
That was good. That was good. Yeah, I had him saved for a little while. Some of you had suggested him, so I could see why. Yeah, put the other guys. It's already gone. My memory is awful. And of course, always, put in suggestions for me that I haven't done. I've had a lot of people wanting videos of, wanting me to look at other videos of the player I've already done, which I'm fine with, but like, I'm still trying to work my way through some of these like big names who changed the game a little bit. And so I want to go through and do a video like on new people before I start doing doubles. And I also need to jump back over to rugby too and do something. I did another video on DuPont not too long ago, just because he came back from his injury that he had, so I wanted to do something with him. And but yeah, I need to jump over there. But right now we're still working through those UK castles, and I'm having a ball with that. We're doing one of those, at least one of those a day, sometimes two a day. And then, of course, we have Patreon as well. I'm doing videos over there 5 days a week at least. Might do an extra one over there this weekend. I'm waiting on a package from one of the members, Kev, over there. I'm super excited to try some goodies that he's sending me. I'm waiting on some goodies that I ordered. And then I'm also going to try to do a Greg's, what was it, cheese and onion pasty this weekend. I'm gonna try to make one. So we got a lot going on for this coming week. So yeah, hit the bell, guys. That way you can stay notified when these videos come out. Hype them. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps me out, helps channel out, gets exposure. And then, of course, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. But thanks for watching with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope you have an awesome day.